unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
A first carry here for Kene Nwangu. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Zappi looks to throw it. Packer pressure, and down he goes. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Brings up 3rd down.
And Zappi to throw. Dumps it off to Fournette. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. It finds his receiver, Watson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. First down, going to the air with Love. And complete once again to Watson. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Love, he's going to change the play here. Back to throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with an amazing diving catch. And the Packers take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Zappe's throw taken in by Hawkinson here. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now Zappe. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Ready. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. After the penalty, it's Fournette. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
Off the fake, Zappe sliding out of the pocket. Finds his tight end Oliver here outright. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Looking to throw, Zappe. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle, Nwangu. Gets around him. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kene Nwangu, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Crosby with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Here we go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. To throw now. Here's Love. Wow, that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Zappe. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll check this one off to Fournette. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken around the 12. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Play action this time with Love. To the left side, there's the tight end Musgrave. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working out of the gun. Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll get this to Nwangu. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield, and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
One final shot before half for Zampi. And his throw is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Nwangu now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The play fake, and now here's Zappe. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
Ready.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Black Ultra. Red, yellow. Fury, yellow. Ready.
Following the interception, Love. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap. An incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
On 3rd down, Love. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works. Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Zappi. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. That's taken on the 25. 44-yard punt, return of 9.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
3rd and long for Love.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Throwing. Love. And this is going to be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Ready?
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Love's throw brought in by Watson.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
Ball red. Green jack. Smack red. Ready.
3rd and 2. Love with it. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Black chuck. Slide 2. Eagle blue. Ready.
Love now to pass on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, Something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Tucker Kraft with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers are able to add on to that lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Vikings 7. Cade York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Zampi now on second down.
And he fires one incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Zampi. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Boy, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
He'll take it at the 42. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
On the double.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively...
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the shotgun to give to Jones. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Packers on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Love now.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go, set. Check right.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
50 yards on the ground for him so far.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Fight 60. Red, psychic. Hut.
Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. To throw now. Here's Love. And he's got it.
And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Striker, 3-3. Striker. Ready.
Jones will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
First and 10, Zappe.
Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver, and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Second and 6. Looking to throw, Zappe.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
On the set. Track at 60. Let's go.
4th down now. Here's Zappe.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. Well, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
I tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk, but it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Well, there you go, Charles, his first touchdown pass in the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year, because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2.
Zappe's going to throw for it.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line.
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And I believe he was able to get this back. He was. Boy, after giving up the touchdown, lucky that didn't turn into another.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go, sack.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. And they take a knee. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
To a knee goes Flacco, and that should be it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type